so we're going to do another food prep. Thank you for those of you who've been in contact saying that you find these useful, and to be honest, I find it really useful as well. Like, my diet has been on point since starting these, and I'm also saving quite a lot of money, because before I was just in the supermarket every other day picking up like random fresh stuff, whereas now I'm like not doing that at all. I'll run through the ingredients that we've got. So this is my grocery shop. For breakfast we're making chocolate protein brownies with the oats, yogurt and raspberries, and protein. The protein's not on my shopping list, I already had that. For lunch, pesto butternut squash pasta. For dinner, corn baldi with rice and spinach. And for snacks, pears, yogurts, boiled eggs, baby plum tomatoes and corn thins. And I'll put up all the macros at the end. And the total cost of the shop was $18.44. Please know how to work that out. The first thing we are going to make is our chocolate protein brownies. I'm going to try and keep this more orderly today so it's a bit easier to copy. The first thing we have to do is weigh 180 grams of yogurt. So the mixing bowl's on the scales already. I've already weighed 105 grams of oats, so that's 35 grams per day. We need a small spoonful of baking soda. So just like less than 1 teaspoonful, just on top of the oats, so on top of the dry ingredients. 3 scoops of chocolate protein, which is 75 grams. So 3 full scoops. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And the whole bag of frozen raspberries. So put that all in, mix it all together, and all we have to do after that is put it in the oven. So as you can see, that just mushes together quite nicely. That looks pretty good. Baking dish. And make it in a big flat silicone tray because it's easy to get stuff out of, and that will make like brownie mixture, which is really nice. I used to make this all the time and I actually forgot about it until one of my clients reminded me. So thanks, Gemma. Onto a stiffer dish so the tray doesn't like sink in the oven, and that goes straight into the oven. I probably should say the oven is preheated to 180 degrees, and they'll probably take about 15 minutes. Well, that's in the oven. I'll also roast the butternut squash. So the whole bag, you don't need to do this with the butternut squash, but I think it makes it taste a lot nicer. It goes sweeter if it's in the oven. So whole bag of butternut squash straight into the oven, and that can go straight into the pasta when it's cooked. So while we're waiting on the kettle to boil for the pasta, I'll just start on the corn balti we are having. So this one again is super easy, just like the brownies, throwing everything in the pan and it's done. The whole bag of corn straight into the pan. Straight on top of that, the whole jar of sauce. As with the usual veggie stuff, you don't need to pre-cook anything. We'll add the whole bag of spinach near the end. Just let that heat through for a second. So our corn and curry sauce is starting to heat up. Our kettle is boiled. So all we have to do is add the whole bag of lentil fusilli to a separate pot. Ooh, that looks really nice. And add the water on top of it. Make sure all the pasta is covered. So literally within minutes, our pasta is cooking, and so is our corn. So I thought that was everything cooking, but I almost forgot about the eggs. Pop them all in a pot, cover with water, and then put them on the boil, and that will take like 6 minutes. And it's 2 per day, so 6 on the lid. And that is everything that we need to be cooking cooked. So next, all we have to do is separate the rice. So as usual, we've got 3. How much is in a packet again? 250, 82 grams in each one. So now that we have our rice separated out into 3 tubs, and the corn curry is coming along quite nicely, it cooks so quickly, literally just until it's hot. Pasta's almost cooked as well. And all we need to do now to finish the curry is put a whole bag of spinach on top, and that will wilt down. It will look like a lot, but it will turn into almost nothing. I'll show you it now in a second. Oops, everywhere. So it looks like way too much, but that will melt down into almost nothing. While we're waiting on all of that, we just need to separate out our snacks. You don't have to have them separated out, but I think it's quite handy to have little grab and go pots. You don't need to weigh these, just rough estimate. That's how much is in each one. I think that's about even for a little cherry tomato, baby plum tomatoes. 1 yogurt every day. I use dairy free. You don't have to use dairy free. If you eat dairy, then eat dairy. 1 pear, 2 corn thins, and that's it for the snack. So the pasta, the eggs, and the curry are all pretty much done now. I'll show you. The eggs are boiling, the curry, the spinach has been mixed through. Pasta, I just need to drain that. I'll do that now. So finishing the pasta was super easy. All I did was I added 3 big spoonfuls of pesto, and then I added the whole tray of butternut squash straight out of the oven, and then I mixed it all together, and I'll separate that into 3 dishes. I'm not weighing these, you can if you want. It's pretty easy to judge whether there's the same amount in each tub or not. Put a little bit extra in the first one. And that was so easy. After we've separated out our pasta, we can now separate our curry. That's made an absolutely enormous amount. Well, that's good because it all fits in that rows. It's better to fill up on nice wholesome foods than it is on junk. If you eat proper meals, you're much less likely to reach for your biscuits or your crap during the night. So that's 2 enormous ladlefuls in each one so far, and I think we're actually going to have some left over as well. This looks and smells amazing, if I do say so myself. Again, rough amounts, but we measured at the start, so it doesn't need to be exact right now. So I've just taken the chocolate protein brownies out of the oven. They did take a little longer than I expected them to. They took about 20-25 minutes. All I'm going to do now, you can see they look amazing, is take that out and put it on a cooling rack. And let it cool, and then I can cut it up. So that's what it looks like when it's out of the tray. I'm just going to let that cool for a little while and then cut it into 9 pieces, 3 brownies each day for breakfast. That should be tons. I've just tried a little bit of it there now and it's really nice. I'll let that cool. So this is the final product. We have our breakfast chocolate protein brownies with raspberries, lunch butternut squash pesto pasta, and I'm going to add rocket to that each day. Snacks, corn thins, I'll open those fresh each day because otherwise they'll go stale. Pear, tomatoes, boiled eggs, yogurt, and for dinner, corn balti, a nice curry. So that's it. I do think that's actually the easiest one I've done so far, and it probably wasn't easier to follow, but I am trying and I am learning, so it will be eventually easier to follow. I'll post all the Instagram details. I'll post all the details on Facebook and Instagram over the next couple of days again, all the macros, all the calories, everything like that. Again, it's come to about 1,600 calories. It's got over 120 grams of protein. It's got 40 something grams of fat, and the rest is made up of carbs. I'll post all the specifics anyway. Thank you again so much for taking the time to watch. Share, tag, like, tell your friends, do all of that, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you try some stuff. Thank you. And with the calories, I'd like to put in an extra note that obviously 1,600 is quite low if you are quite active. I just do that as a baseline. That is just something, it's easy for people to make up from if you want to. So if 1,600 calories is less than what you're on and you're happy with what you're on, just make up a few extra 100 calories to reach your calorie goals. It's easy. Or message me if you need help.